Hi students, welcome back to Lead School at Home. In yesterday's class, we have completed chapter number 13, that is surface areas and volumes. Now in today's class, we are going to start the new chapter, which is a very easiest chapter from the mathematics, and this chapter is very interesting, statistics. Statistics. This chapter we have seen in a class 9th also. In class 9th, we have learned how to find the mean, mode and median of the ungrouped data and a grouped data also we have seen. Now in a class 10th we are going to see the extended version of this mean, mode and median. How to find the mean, mode and median. Now this chapter is expected to be asked for a 8 marks. Expected marks are 8. 8 marks are expected for the board examination. In this statistics, the first part is mean of a grouped data. To find the mean of a grouped data, first we have to consider a observation. Let us see. First we will assume the observation x1, x2, x3 up to xn. These all are the observations, and along with this, these observations are repeated how many times? These observations are repeated. We will assume these observations are repeated f1, f2, f3 and so on up to fn times respectively. Suppose the observation x1 observation repeatedly occurs that f1 times. The x1 observation occurs f1 times and x2 observation occurs f2 times and x3 observation occurs f3 times and so on up to xn observation occurs fn times. Then how we can find the mean of these observations? Mean of these observations, how we can find? We know here what is the formula. Mean is equal to x bar. Mean is denoted by x bar. I will write here. Mean, which is also denoted by the x bar, is equal to summation of all the observations. Summation of all the observations divided by number of observations. We know this formula, that is the total mean of the given observation is equal to sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations. See here, sum of all the observations means x1 plus x2 plus x3. x1 how much times repeated? How much times x1 observation is repeated? f1 times. Then we can write it x1 into f1. x1 into f1, because x1 observation repeats f1 times. x1 observations repeat x1 times plus x2 observation repeats f2 times plus and so on, and last one will come xn into fn. That is xn observation will repeat up to a fn time divided by total number of observations are sum of these all terms, that is f1 plus f2. These are the number of observations ना. This x1 observation is repeated f1 times. Means कितने time repeat हो रहा है? f1 times repeat हो रहा है. There are numbers of observations are f1 plus f2 plus and up to fn. Now we got this is the formula to find the mean of these all observations. And this formula can be shortened. We have seen in a class 9 like this symbol. This symbol is denoted. This is a Greek letter and it is known as sigma. This Greek letter is known as a sigma. With the help of this symbol, we can write this formula in the short. See here. Therefore, in a class 9 also we have seen it. Therefore, x bar is equal to, this symbol is also known as summation. Summation of I is equal to 1 to summation of I is equal to 1 to n. Summation of I is equal to 1 to n. That is, the value of I varies from 1 to n. In summation of I is equal to 1 to n into xi into fi divided by summation of I is equal to 1 to n and fi divided by summation of fi. We have seen this formula in a class 9. See here xi and fi. Here I value is varies from 1 to n and here also I value varies from 1 to n. And this formula again further reduced or again short form of this formula is, see here in a short way we can write it as a summation of xi into fi divided by summation of fi. This one formula you have seen in a class 9. It is the formula to find the mean of a given observation. Okay, copy down this formula. Okay, students, now we will see example based on the mean of the grouped data. Now, see here, first we will find mean of the ungrouped data. That is example number 1 with the help of example number 1. In example number 1, what is given? I have not written an entire question. In example number 1, these all are, there are 30 students. There are 30 students in a class 10 and marks mathematics paper has conducted which is of 100 marks. The marks obtained by each student is given in these columns. See here, the marks obtained by the students are given like this. This is the marks obtained by the students and number of students and number of students. That is 10 marks obtained by single students, one student, and 20 marks obtained by one student, 36 marks obtained by three students. Like this, up to 95 marks obtained by only single student. Now these are, that is, if we did this summation of fi, if we did all this addition of this, how much we will get? We will get a 30. Summation of fi we will get a 30. First of all we will write here sum of all the numbers, that is 1 plus 1 2. Like this if we did now it will come 30. Why 30? Because there are a total number of students given as a 30. 30 students are in a class 10. Therefore, the number summation of fi we will get a 30. No need to calculate it. Okay, it is a given data. And after that, here we have to find fi into xi. Fi into xi means fi into xi we have to find. Why it is required? Because we have to find the mean of the marks obtained by the students. Mean marks we have to find here. The formula for to find the mean, we know this. That is x bar is equal to summation of fi into xi divided by summation of fi. In this formula, we require fi into xi. We require fi into xi and their sum. Then their sum is required and fi sum is also required. Anyhow, we got a summation of fi is equal to 30. Now, what is required? Only fi into xi is required. We will multiply it. See here, fi is here number of students. That is frequency. How many number of students got a 36 marks? There are 3 students who got a 36 marks. Therefore, it is a frequency. And this 36 is indicated as an observation. 36 is an observation. That is a marks. 36 marks. How many students got? That is 3 students got. That is, this is nothing but it is a frequency. Okay. Now see here, we have to calculate fi into xi. What is the fi here? Fi is a 1 into xi is 10. 1 into 10 is 10. Fi into xi is 1 into 10 is 10. 1 into 20 is 20. 1 into 20 is 20. Now 36 into 3 is how much? 3 6 are 18 and 3 3 are 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Therefore 108. 36 into 3 is equal to 108. Now 40 into 4 is equal to 160. 40 into 4 is equal to 160. Like this, 50 into 3 is equal to 150. Again, 56 into 2 is equal to 112. Again, 60 into 4 is equal to 240. And 70 into 4 is 280. Then 72 into 1 is 72. 80 into 1 is 80. Then again, 88 into 2 is how much? 88 into 2? That is 176. Then 92 into 3, 3 2s are 6 and 3 9s are 27. We got 276. 95 into 1 is 95. Now we got all the fi into xi. Now we have to find summation of fi into xi. Because in the formula for mean, we require summation of fi into xi. Therefore, we have to find here summation of fi into xi. Summation is nothing but it is simply we have to add this column. Some fi into xi column, we have to add this, which is equal to, see here, summation of fi into xi is equal to 5 plus 6, 11, 11 plus 6 is equal to 17, 17 plus 2 is equal to 19, 19 plus 2, 21, 21 plus 8 is equal to 29, 29 carry 2, 2 plus 9, 11, 11 plus 7, 18, 18 plus 7 is equal to 25, 25 plus 8, 33, 33 plus 7 is equal to 40, 40 plus 8 is equal to 48, 48 plus 4 is equal to 52, 52, 53 plus 5 is equal to 58, 58 plus 6 is equal to 64, 66 and 67. 67, 7 here and carry 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 2, 13, 13 plus 1 is 14, 14 plus 1 is 15, 15, 16, 17. We got 1779. Summation of fi into xi we got here 1779. Whether it is easy or not, only what we have to do, first we have to, whatever the given data we have to write, here xi is given, that is marks obtained. Marks obtained are nothing but it is the observation, and number of students are nothing but it is a frequency. It is given data. Only what we have to do? We have to multiply fi into xi in a simple way. Now see here, we got summation of fi into xi and summation of fi is 30. Put all the values here. Therefore, x bar is equal to summation of fi into xi is equal to, we have to put value 1779 divided by 30. Divided by 30. Now divide it. How much we will get? This can also be written as simply 3 into 10. 3 ones are 3, 3 5s are 15, 2 will remain. Again 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are 9 and 10 is here. Therefore, we will get 59.3. Therefore, we got x bar is equal to 59.3. Here 59.3 indicates that the mean of these marks. Mean of these marks. Now, we require to simplify it. Suppose here only 30 students are there. Suppose here only 30 students are there. Now suppose there are 100 students in your class. There are 100 students in your class. Then every time we have to do the xi into fi. Every time we have to do in fi into xi. Such 100 times you have to do. That is, the calculation will become a lengthy. The calculation will become lengthy. To shorten it, there is another method. I will explain. That method is next one. First of all, copy down this. After that, I will explain the next method also to shorten this way. Okay? Copy it. Okay, in the last method, there is a lot of calculations we have to do. Every time we have to multiply this xi into fi. We will reduce this method. That is, we will find some shortcut to this method. Let us see. To find the shortcut, first we have to divide these marks. Divide these marks in the groups. We have to divide these marks in the groups, that is in the form of a class interval. In the class 9th also we have seen how to find the class interval. Here we will find the class interval as a 15th as a width. 15th as a width means 15 marks we will include. That group width or group length we will consider as a 15 only. That is, if we consider a 15, then the starting marks here, lowest marks will be a 10. Lowest marks is a 10. Therefore, first one we will consider as a 10. And here 15 marks we are going to consider, that is 10 to 25. 10 to 25 is a class interval. The width of the class is nothing but it is a 15. 25 minus 10 is equal to 15. Upper limit. This is called as upper limit and this one is a lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit is nothing but it is a, we will get a class width. If we did upper limit minus lower limit, that is lower limit is 10, then we will get a class width. Here we will consider a 15 as a class width. And remember one more thing. First we will make all the class interval. After that I will give you note that. Okay. First 10 to 25. Then second class we will consider as a 25 to 40. Then third will be 40 to 55. And fourth will be 55 to 70. Then last will be 70 to 85. And what is the maximum marks? 95. Therefore, the last class will be 85 to 100. 85 to 100, because 100 marks is a maximum mark. We have to consider this as a last class. Now, number of students got the marks between the 10 to 25 number of students, how many students got the marks between the 10 to 25? How many students got the marks between the 10 to 25? Now while writing here number of students, we have to consider one of the things, or remember one thing, that we don't consider this 25 in this group. That is, this 25 is upper limit. This 25 indicates the upper limit of this class. The upper limit of this class is cannot be considered within that class. Is cannot be considered within that class. That is, if some students is got a 25 marks, that students we not have to consider in this class. We have to consider the 25 marks in this class. That is, here 25 is a lower limit. We can consider a lower limit in this class, but 40 marks we cannot consider in this class. 40 marक्स इस क्लास में कंसिडर नहीं करना है आपको. 40 मार्क्स इस क्लास में कंसिडर करना है. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? अपर लिमिट जो होगा, अपर लिमिट को उस क्लास में कंसिडर नहीं करना है. यहाँ पर 25 इज अपर लिमिट, इस 25 को इस क्लास में इंक्लूड नहीं करना है by considering this one, and this is called as exclusive method. It is called as a exclusive method. If you consider 25 in this class only, then it will become inclusive method. Then it will become inclusive method, that this 25 you are considering in that class itself. Okay. Now we are not going to consider this 25 marks in this class. Now see here, 10 to 25 marks. How many students got? 10 marks, 20. These two marks are considered in this group, 10 to 25 groups. How many students are there? 1 and this one. 2 students are there. Therefore, we will write number of students is a 2 here. Then 25 to 40. 25 to 40, how many students are there? 25 to 40. Anyhow, we are not considering the 40 marks in this class. Therefore, this number of students we cannot consider in this class. We have to consider only 25 to 40. How many students are there? 36. This 36 will come within the 25 to 40. Then how many students got a 36 marks? 3 students. Therefore, we have to take here 3. Now you are thinking about this 40 also come in this group? No, because this 40 is the upper limit here. We have not considering this 40 in this group. We need not to consider this 40 in this group. This 40 will come in this group because here 40 is a lower limit. Now see here, up to 40 to 55, how many students are there? 40 to 55 means 40 marks, 4 students are there, and 50 marks, 3 students are there. Means total 7 students will come in this group. 4 plus 3, 7 students will come in this group. And after that, 55 to 70, how many students are there? 55 to 70. See here, this 56 and 60, these two marks will come in this interval. Therefore, we have to consider these 2 students. 2 plus 4, which is equal to 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. And don't consider this as a 70. Don't consider 70 in this group because 70 here is the upper limit. Now 70 to 85. 70 to 85 means these 3 marks we have to consider. 70, 70 to 80. How many students got? 4, 1 and this one 5. That is 6. 6 students got 70 to 85 marks. And again 85 to 100. 85 to 100 means in this group which how many marks are valid? See here, 88, 92 and 95. These all 3 marks will come in this group, that is 85 to 100. How many students are there? 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 1, 6. Again in this group also we are getting a 6 students. Now add all these sum. Add all these number of students, you should get a 30. If 30 is not there, then your calculation is wrong. 7 plus 3, 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 2, 12. 12 plus 18 is equal to 30. Therefore, our calculation is correct. Then no need to worry. Now see here. First we will find summation of Fi, which is equal to 30 because there are total 30 students. Now we got number of students, that is Fi we have got here. And now we have to find the class mark. Now you have to find the class mark. Now so why we require to find the class mark? Every class there should be an identity. Every class there should be an identity. Every student is given as an identity card. Now like this, every class is known by the class mark. Every class is known by the class mark. How to find the class mark? That is, this class mark is nothing but it is the average of upper limit and lower limit. Average of upper limit and lower limit means upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. That is, class mark is equal to class mark is equal to upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. It is nothing but it is a class mark. Upper limit plus lower limit, it is nothing but it is a class mark. If we divide it by 2 it, then see here, what is the upper limit of first class? 25. Upper limit of first class is 25 plus lower limit is 10. 25 plus 10 divided by 2, which is equal to 35 divided by 2, which is nothing but 70.5. 17.5 we get. 25 plus 10 is equal to 35. 35 divided by 2 is nothing but it is a 17.5. Right here it is a 17.5. Similarly, we can find for all the. Okay, now we will also find the class mark for the second class interval. See here upper limit is 40. 40 plus 25, how much you will get? 40 plus 25 is 65. 65 divided by 2 is nothing but it is a 32.5. 32.5. Now here upper limit is 55 and lower limit is 40. 55 plus 40 is equal to 95 we will get. 95 divided by 2. 95 divided by 2 is nothing but it is a 42.5. 42.5. Now similarly 55 plus 70 is equal to how much? 55 plus 7 55 plus 70 is equal to how much? Which is 125. 125 divided by 2 is equal to 6.5. We are getting 62.5. Again 70 plus 85 is equal to how much? That is 165. 165 plus 165 divided by 2 is equal to 82.5. 82.5. And again 85 plus 100, which is nothing but 185. 185 divided by 2 is nothing but it is 92.5. 92.5. Now we got class mark for all the class intervals. We got class mark for all the class intervals. And after that, what we have to do? Fi into xi. Here this class mark is indicated by xi and this number of students are nothing but it is a frequency. It is Fi. Now we have to multiply it. 2 into 17.5 is equal to how much? 2 into 17.5, it is nothing but it is a 35. 2 into 17.5, we will get 35. Again, after this, 3 into 32.5 is equal to how much? Do all the calculations. I will write from the textbooks here directly. 35. After multiplying 3 into 32.5, we will get 97.5. And 7 into 42.5, you will get 332.5. And 6 into 62.5, you will get 375. And after that, 6 into 82.5, you will get it as a 465. Again, 6 into 92.5 is 555. You will get 555. Now we have to add all these Fi into xi. Now you have to add all these Fi into xi. Therefore, summation of Fi into xi is equal to, what is the sum of these all numbers? Which is equal to 1860. After doing addition of all these Fi into xi, you will get summation of Fi into xi is equal to 1860. Now, once we got summation of Fi into xi, we can find easily x bar. Therefore, x bar is equal to summation of Fi into xi divided by summation of Fi. We know the summation of Fi is equal to 30. Summation of Fi is equal to 30 we got. Put here all the values. Fi into xi is 1860 divided by summation of Fi is 30, which is equal to 0, 0 get cancelled. 3 6 are 18. Again 3 2 are 6. We got 62. Now we got mean is equal to 62. But in the previous case, what we got mean is equal to 59.3 we got. But in this case, after doing the class interval and finding the class mark, in this method we are getting the mean as a 62. And here the difference is of a 0.7. Difference is, the difference is here, I think 2.7 difference is there. But why this difference is came? Which method is accurate? Whether this method is accurate, initially whatever we have find it, that mean that is accurate or this method is accurate? that the initial method is more accurate, but that is a time consuming, so we are using this method, and this 62 indicates it as the approximate mean. This 62 indicates the approximate mean. Now one more thing note here, if when we are going to use this method, when the numbers are smaller, that is the frequency, number of these frequencies are smaller, and this class interval are smaller. Here the class intervals are within 100. That is two digit class intervals are there. We can easily multiply the class mark with the fi. Easily multiply this calculation. Whenever we look like when numbers are smaller, then you can go for this method, that is finding the class mark method. This method is known as direct method. And also there is one more method is there, assumed mean method. That method we will learn in tomorrow's class. Okay, and take one example as a homework. That is question number 1. Solve by using this method, that is direct method. Solve the question number 1 from the exercise 14.1 by using the direct method. Okay, only question number 1 you have to solve it. And assume the mean method we will take in a next class. Okay, bye students.